SBD Dauntlesses there. Kind of changed things up. We got the PBY patrolling the fleet there. Get off the deck here, get set up. I've got added a few more ships, as you can see. Increased the fleet with some support ships. We've got a medical ship out there, some support stuff for the fleet, and over here off my 11 o'clock we got a Gato class sub out there leading from the front. So just some really more unique assets. We'll kind of bullshit about them once we get in the air. Just get set up here. Flaps good, mags are good, heading's good, artificial horizon good, temps good, fuel's good, cal flaps good, fuel pump is on, SIG protocol's good, get the radio on, everything else is good. Oh man, tail wheel is locked, alright. We went ahead and moved the Corsairs off the back of the ship too, or I did. To make it a little more realistic for landing with the fleet up here. Just gonna take off. Just coming up. Start easing into the flaps. PBY off the nose out there. Flaps are good. Heavy ordnance here. Go ahead and pass the battleship. Great. Going to a left-hand bank here. Start easing off. Rotor trim. So, what we got set up now, again, support ships. You can see the sub there, which looks pretty damn cool. Kind of start talking about naval warfare and assets and stuff like that here in a minute. So one thing I noticed, and I may try to incorporate the list in this video, is I went and found the actual list of what Dynamics is putting in their Pacific Theater asset pack. And crazy enough, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're using Hawkeye to do this. I don't have anything to prove that, but the SBD Helldiver, the TBF Avenger, the Dauntless, PBY, and I'm missing out on another one, I think, but they're all going to be included in the asset pack. So, so here's one of the sport ships. I believe that's the one that came with the Normandy asset pack. But what we'll do is go ahead and flyby here, some of them that are mods. Extend down a little far, but so that's a landing ship. I wanted to get a little closer to that, but no big deal. We'll buzz this one. So this is another one of Hawkeye's mods. There's a naval ship mod pack out there that he has, like support ships, cargo ships, and stuff, which is pretty fucking sweet. This one, you know, is good to go for World War II. Of course, we got the destroyer here. I showed y'all that in a previous video. Try to avoid the mast of the medical ship here. So we got a medical ship here, which has done pretty good. It's not too bad. We'll go ahead and buzz this last ship. I can't remember if this was part of the Normandy asset map or asset pack, or if this was one of Hawkeye's. Maybe one of Hawkeye's, I believe it is. But pretty sweet. You know, very highly detailed. And then course, we got the destroyer here, which again, just a phenomenal mod. So start giving her some gas and start climbing. Get this canopy closed. Start working our way out on trim and bullshitting here. So I know someone said I talk too much in my videos. It's fairly accurate. So I guess one thing that I will say,
passing waypoint 1 at 2,000.
you can see what the fleet looks like now is pretty impressive when you have this many ships out there, and it's running great. No complaints on the performance. So give you an outside view here, external. Looks pretty impressive. So this one's going to be another video just working on bombing, and I've got some B-24s active finally, and I've got the B-29s inbound. I'm going to make sure the B-24s bomb this time. I did put some Mitsubishi Zeros in here, and I think they're a bit overpowered. I mean, I'm not the best pilot yet in this bird, but definitely seemed like the AI Zeros that were part of Hawkeye's stuff, albeit they were done very well, were just almost impossible to dogfight, and I just can't say definitively that it wasn't, overpowered as a mod. Again, it could completely be me. I could just suck really bad at dogfighting right now in this thing, which is a high probability, but so I've removed those for now, just to work on bombing. I added a Japanese destroyer over here in the harbor for a little bit of fun, and yeah, I guess we'll work on that. But something else I started, and I'll get off in the weeds on this in another video, but started talking about naval modules for DCS World, started a forum on it, and there's a really good destroyer simulator out there, World War II Fletcher class destroyer simulator on Steam, and there's also an older simulator for PT boats that is also pretty good for its age, and then of course Wolfpack, which is a U-boat simulator. So I've already put one video out there on the Fletcher class destroyer. Excuse me. Started a thread, a forum on ED's forum, and tied Wags and 9line Big Nui, those guys in. Really just trying to garnish some support and really see if the interest is there for something like that. And I'm hoping my videos that I do with some of these older platforms, people can visualize how cool it might be to incorporate in DCS. Like, I could only imagine right now, right, launching a ton of Corsairs and Hellcats off 2 or 3 carriers back there, and having a Japanese submarine, 2 or 3 of them, trying to take down the fleet, and you've got multiple players manning the destroyers down there. The sonar position, the watch, the bridge, the guns, you name it. It would definitely flesh out combat and in a naval, from the naval perspective in DCS. And this is the last thing I'll say about that is, I've got some flack before with people saying this is a flight sim, and I couldn't disagree more. I've been with Eagle Dynamics since day one, since it used to be Lock-On Modern Air Combat, and since Black Shark came out. I've been with these guys from inception, and from day one when Digital Combat Simulator was released, it came out as their vision of this was to inevitably be a combat simulator that incorporated, and it said verbatim, back in old stuff, was land, sea, and air. And it has turned into what we have today, which I think is hands down the best air combat simulator you can get. And as much as we have beef with some things that have come out and decisions that have been made, there's still no better platform out there than DCS World, in my humble opinion, and I would go as far as saying my professional opinion. Nothing comes close. So that being said, I would love to see those other avenues explored for DCS World, because I think, especially from a World War II perspective, you'd really just flesh out a full-blown combat simulation if you could incorporate submarine warfare and naval warfare, and you know, there's a lot of bitching and moaning about the supercarrier and the lack of progress and incorporation of certain aspects of it. And you know, I'll back ED on this. I'm sure it is to a degree a technological thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes on under the covers that we don't know about, I don't know about. I'm not a programmer, not a designer. But I do feel like with the supercarrier, they're on the right path and setting a foundation for, you know, multi-crew modules from a naval perspective. You know, it could be debated that what they have now is semi-functional or not very useful when it comes to, you know, gameplay. Personally, I've used the air boss station. I think it's badass, especially in a multiplayer scenario. I mean, that's really it's bread and butter, right? Flying with the boys. I've used the LSO slot. It's awesome. I mean, we can't wait to use the ready room, and I definitely can't wait to be able to walk out to my aircraft with the guys on the flight deck. So I do think there's purpose that will come into play for those of us who enjoy flying with friends. You know, maybe not as much from a single player perspective. Again, you got the old fucking argument of, you know, DCS is more of a, B-29's about to fly over here. Man, that's badass. But yeah, you've got the old argument that DCS is more of a single player game than it is a multiplayer, and you know, I'm sure the stats probably show that, right? But that's why you have talented campaign developers, you know, like Reflected and a lot of these other guys that are doing a fantastic job in that department. But I do feel like multiplayer is becoming a bigger scene, and I think the more people get involved flying together and working together as a team in DCS, the more enjoyment you find out of it. I think Candy, myself, and Zipper proved that with Into the Jungle. You know, the boys, honestly, without going off in the weeds, haven't been doing too hot and haven't been in the game here for a while, unfortunately. So I've been kind of solo. I just hope the guys get feeling better here soon. But you know, I think with Into the Jungle, we proved that, you know, teamwork when it comes to search and rescue efforts and coordinated attacks with the Cayuse and you know, air support from the Bronco or the Huey just makes it such a more enjoyable experience than flying solo. Like this mission I'm flying now, fucking love it. I threw this together myself. It's been kind of a pet project, just screwing around with World War II mods and assets, but you know, overall, if I was just doing this routinely on my own, I feel naked up here, right? Like I don't have the boys with me, I don't have my air support, and you know, when we incorporate Zeeks into this and air-to-air combat, unless you incorporate some AI, which is a little bit more of a task from a development perspective, in my opinion, because I'm not a mod maker or a game, you know, mission designer, but it's just, to me, it's not as fulfilling as having the guys here. It's a lot more fun flying with people, in my opinion. So, yeah, so from that perspective, I think the more people get involved.
Passing waypoint 2 at 1,500.
24s. the more people get involved flying together, I think the better DCS will become. You know, I hope this AI asset pack for the Pacific rubs off on them with adding additional assets that I feel are needed for the Normandy asset pack. But again, Hawkeye has done a fantastic job with that stuff as well. I found some Stukas and HE-111s that work really well, some BF-110s, and then a whole slew of German naval assets for the Normandy map. So, you know, even if it's a ways out for them doing assets, you know, extended assets for Normandy, you've got the B-24, you've got a B-25 mod I haven't really used in here, and there's a P-38. Like they've got some stuff out there. You know, I think it becomes a challenge though when you start adding so many mods to a game. That's the biggest thing, is when you add these unofficial mods. If one of them, you know, gives you an issue, it really that's the only thing that really causes a headache doing what I'm doing now with so many mods, and it's always a possibility when big updates come. Hopefully that's not the case, but that's why I think it's so imperative that Eagle Dynamics finds a way, or finds a third party to help assist in those AI asset packs. You know, I know they get tired of hearing what they need to do. I get it from a business perspective. It's not, you know, they got to cover, they got to do what they feel is right for their company and what's most beneficial financially and helpful long term, and all that business bullshit that a lot of us don't deal with, or at least in the gaming industry. But anywho, enough about that spiel. So yeah, I hope to gain a little bit of influence with the naval aspect of DCS. I don't expect it'll turn any heads to change pace with what they're doing currently, but you know, I was looking at the roadmap, and I saw a note on there. I was actually looking at it today, and it was talking about, you know, is there something to the effect of future state of naval modules, and looking into if there's interest there, or something to that effect. And I'm really hoping that, and I may peg that clip in my thread, but I'd really like to garnish a lot of support for, you know, naval combat and DCS. There's a lot of museums out there, a lot of ship museums that you can do stuff on. So, you know, I'm already getting off in the weeds on it, but I'll do that in another video. So yeah, I guess for the remainder of the video, for the most part, I'll just shut the hell up so we can go bomb some shit and maybe make it back to the fleet. I've had a horrible run at getting shot down with everything I've put over here. So we'll overpass the 29s and then fall in behind them here and maybe go clean some stuff up and make it back. This thing trims out pretty good at altitude anyways. mic picked that up. Yes, I am drinking, flying tonight. Speaking of which, let's make sure all our shit works before we have too much. So I think I'm pretty much going to make a run from west to east here. And take that back. I think I'm going to make a run from south to north. I want to exit away from the gunfire here. B-29s, this first run with bombers, drops their load on the north side of the runway. So if we can drop my bombs and head out low and fast over the harbor and circle back around from east to west, hit the ships on the way out back to the fleet. So originally I didn't do a video on it, but I had 2 Japanese Evil. I started with 3 and really got my ass kicked, but I narrowed it down to 2 flying cap out of the airfield. Kind of see it through the clouds there. They took off, climbed up to about 8,000, and we're at a orbit along the coastline here. Man, fucking thing shot up here, you know, probably 50 knots faster than I was flying, and they seemed very overpowered, very fast for a Japanese Zero. Not knocking Hawkeye in any means. I just think, however they were originally made, it's not conducive to accurately dogfighting with the Corsair. I think you'll get your ass smacked every time now. Maybe they really flew like that and I just suck, but yeah. We'll wait and see what Eagle Dynamics Mitsubishi Zeros do. Oh, that was another fucking thing I heard too. So in that map, they also talk about the assets coming out for the Japanese, and you've got the Zero, the Kate, the Val, and one other one, and coincidentally, they're all the same mods that Hawkeye has. So, you know, with all the assistance that the Eagle Dynamics has had from Current Hill and Massillon on assets, I'm kind of wondering if there was some assistance from Hawkeye 60 on this, or if they just did the right thing and included all the assets that we need from an aerial perspective. But it definitely looks, now on the Japanese side, I think there's like 2 or 3 of those aircraft that might be coming at a later date, but it definitely looks like they're doing us right with the asset pack. I would say it sucks for Hawkeye 60, but honestly, at the same time, there's a lot of people out there who are like, fuck buying an asset pack. So, you know, they'll have this. I think the boys already dropped their bombs. Let's see here. Maybe not. I don't see any rounds going up on them. I'm sure we're back back here. Oh, there we go. There's tracers. Alright, I think your bombs are away. Start seeing dust here any minute. Oh, there we go. Bucking things up. Alright. Good stuff. Yeah. Alright, so try to drop on the south end. Hope I don't screw this up. Saw a secondary cook-off down there. That's good. I think that was one of the... No, actually that might have been a tank. But... So you can see before I roll in, you can see the Japanese destroyer out there with the tankers. So what we'll do... probably get fucked up here and not be able to make it back, but go ahead and roll in these bombs, and then we'll head out low over the ships so y'all can see them, so we can get shot down. If we make it, we'll bug out to the east and come back in with rockets. Okay, maybe not right over them, because they're having a heyday. Oh yeah. Well, my bombs hit the runway, that's what counts for something. Sure thing looks good, I think we're good. These cow flaps opened up here so we don't see the oh shit, we're not good. Got the arm goddamn rockets. God man, these son of a bitches are snipers with that AAA. This is what happened last time, so I think instead of coming nose on, we're gonna roll in like this. These cow flaps even more. Full mill. Hopefully we make it out of here. We're only going to make one pass. This is so satisfying. Peppered me a little bit, so we're going to bug out. This is where having multiple people on a flight would be good. These cow flaps open. Get a little bit of altitude. Oh fuck. That was a gold TV.
Dodge, passing waypoint 3 at 10,000.
If we get the old girl leveled out here, bounce over to the B-24s Let's see where they're at here. There you go, there's the first lookout. And they're turning inbound on the island. I'm curious to see if they drop their bombs this time. Struggling with that. Back to 40 here. Okay. So we'll start heading back to the fleet. Taking some rounds. She's a little heavy on the left side, or on the starboard side. Glad to see all the ships are aligned and working well, so. Someone chastises me, I know I'm not flying a proper pattern with 3 carrier groups out here, but just want to get her set back down for this. Just practice a landing. It's about a week or 2, week and a half. Real world work has stolen my time. Stop dropping down to, let's see where we can be at here. It does appear, after watching some more videos, that 300 feet was the flight deck, or the brake pattern for Corsair. Pretty interesting. I want to say I don't think I have my altimeter set correctly, because 300 feet feels like I'm right at the level of the tower, so scout flaps open. Trim's good. Tail wheel is unlocked. I think we're okay. Speed's a little slow. Yanking it there a little. Altitude's good. To it. Flaps. Flaps are down. Just coming down. Just coming down. hook's down. Pull the hook down? Oh fuck, man. Might help to put the goddamn hook down. That would have been a good landing. Okay, well. Hey, how about that? Fucking landed it with no hook. God damn it. Okay, so for reference, the way I have my hook set up on my HOTAS is when I hit down, it puts it in the back position, and I'm thinking I'm lowering it, and up puts it in the down position. So I pushed down on my stick thinking I brought it down, and I actually was bringing it up. So we'll go in and fix that now, but overall, minus the embarrassment of not using my tail hook, I still managed to keep her on deck and actually in a straight line without hitting another bird, so we'll call that a win for the day. Hope y'all liked the video and my silly ass landing. Yep, more to come.